It's that time of year to start thinking about creating those Christmas cards. Now, you might be the crafter that starts super early, or you might find yourself being that crafter that each year you say, hey, this year I'm going to start a little bit earlier, but each year you find yourself procrastinating. December 15th rolls around and you still haven't started. So today I'm sharing my top tips to creating some beautiful Christmas cards featuring the latest tips and techniques for beautiful fold-out Christmas cards that your friends and family are going to love. So join me and we'll get started on our Christmas cards early this season. To get started, I'm using the Oh Holy Night stamp and die set. With this die set, I typically get started just by stamping a bunch of these images and then die cutting it out with the coordinating die. So you get these really cute petite scenes that are all die cut out. So the next step is, how do we quickly color our stamped images for our Christmas cards that still look detailed? So I'm using a little bit of desert sand memento ink, and I'm just giving a base coat to like the little sheep, the little shepherd, and the staff. So that kind of just tints that background color for me when I'm getting ready to add those extra colors on top. So once you're finished doing that, for the areas that are a little bit larger, you can go back and you can add some extra color to it. So if I wanted to, let's just say you want to go back and add some blue to this little shepherd on the left. We're going to go into our Danube blue, and we'll just go ahead and sponge right around his base, just kind of around the outer edges to get started coloring in. And once you've kind of covered the areas that you feel comfortable with, you can switch to your Dove blender. So I'm just going to do a little bit more up here with the Danube blue. And this is your memento ink. You can kind of have fun experimenting with different colors that you love. It's really fun to kind of do some traditional colors, but then also some non-traditional colors. So have fun with yours. I was using the bamboo leaves, a little bit of red, some desert sand, some rich cocoa to add some browns into that as well. So if I want to go back and add a little bit of dark blue in there, I'm using the Dove blender. You can just go back and add some extra shaded lines in there very quickly. So this is a way that you don't have to spend a lot of time coloring, but you still get the intricacies of the scene. So very same thing with a little lamb. You'd go back and just add, I kind of color this off to make sure that I don't have too much color on there. So you can switch in between colors. So I might just add a little bit on his tippy toes, and I might go back with my dark brown sponge dauber and just go around his head just a little bit. I like to make sure I don't have too much on there. Let me just get just a little bit more. Just circular motion, just around his head, kind of around his body, just a little bit of color in there, just to add some accent. So you have that all colored. For the angel, I did a lot in pinks with the angel. You could do some different coloring techniques with that. In the paper collection, you get a lot of inspiration on how to color these, but what I did is I just kind of did that circular motion all around kind of the angel body and on the wings, and then I went around the edges and just did kind of that quick little shaded area, and then went back with my Tombow marker, and or not Tombow, my Dove blender, and just went in and filled in those not leaves, those are wings. And then we'll just go back and add those accents in there. And then you can color their hair in kind of that desert sand and brown color, add some gold accents, and you have that beautifully colored. Once you have stamped and colored those images, you're ready to add them to your cards. So the next step is just figuring out what card base you want to use. Today I'm showing how to do a fold-out card that really tells a fun story about Christmas. So when you go to add these to your card, these are card base these are the fold-out cards. I chose a different panels for this one. So you can choose whichever paper collection that you want to use. I'm using the Oh Holy Night paper collection. The biggest thing you need to know is just how do I line these up quickly and easily. I have the papers that I want to have turned out on the outside, and then whatever's not going to show up is going to be sandwiched in the middle like your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So to line these up with your dies, to cut them out, we're just going to lay this onto the back panel behind the panel that we're going to cut, and just use a lead pencil. Just follow along those lines very quickly and easily. And then I'm using one of the die border basics, and we'll add that link in the description below so you can have easy access to that if you do not have this die yet. I use this die over and over again. So when you line this up, you're going to tape this down with the lead side flush with the top of the die. Just position that, and that will line that up properly, and you'll run that through the machine, cut it out, and then we're ready to layer that. Once you have those papers cut, you're ready to glue them onto their panels. So I'll go ahead and just add this one to the front and glue that into position. And then before we add the back panel, you'll see on this card that I added the little O Town of Bethlehem right in the back, and I just adhered that to the back of this panel. So you can go ahead and add this to create that little city scene in the background. So this is fun to just tell a quick little story. I'm actually going to bring that in over here so we can easily clip the little the rest of the scene off. So I have a partial one over here. So we're going to go ahead and just glue that at the base, and then that will extend over the base of the card, and we can just trim that off. So once that's on the back, you can just go ahead and add your other panel on top, and then this is sandwiched right in between. So pretty quick and easy to build those scenes that you love. So we'll bring that in, and then we can pull that up and just trim off that edge. How easy and fun is that? So when you have just a couple of minutes in the evening, maybe an hour or so, just stamp and color a bunch of images that you love, and then you can create these beautiful little scenes. You can pull this up a little bit further. That slid down just a little bit, and you have the base to start. To add these little shepherds, I added a little bit of dimension on the back first, just using a large 8mm stylus. And with the 8mm stylus, you'll get a little bit more dimension to those little guys. And then we will adhere them just at the base, and you'll have that quick little scene. So we'll put them down here. You could have an angel on the top. You can really just build it and customize it to how you love. So I added some accents with the little poinsettias as well to my finished card. You could move the star up on the top if you wanted to, and add your sentiment for a quick finished card that you love. There's so many different ways to use the Oh Holy Night collection for your Christmas cards this year. Here's another variation of some of the stamp images that we just used on a basic fold card. And this one again was using the Oh Holy Night stamp and die set. And with this set, we've done many different scenes. You can also see how we use the manger scene inside of the ornament with the little angels. And the Merry Christmas. Now, this ornament is one of the most versatile pieces within this set. So if you look at this ornament, you'll see it's called a Noel ornament. It has lots of different pieces. Now, on the back, it shows two variations. I'm going to show you a bunch of different ones. Now, the Noel Sentiments is a stamp set that perfectly coordinates with this ornament. And what do I mean by that? You can stamp these images so that they are right in the center of that ornament. So look at this one. Do you see how that let the piece on earth? So you could do different color schemes. This is in a non-traditional color. This die cut piece is in the front, or you can have it sitting in the center, cut it out like this. You have a scene. And then here are some more variation. Here's one that's just kind of that icicle blue, which is really pretty. Here's another one with that Christmas blessing stamped in the inside instead of the piece on earth, so you can have lots of different sentiments this Christmas season. And then you have different ways that you can do it in multiple color schemes. Here's another fun way that we use that ornament. Cut this piece apart in the center, and I used it on the top and bottom of that ornament to create a completely different look. And you'll see this stamp in the background. This pine cone is one of my favorites for my Christmas cards. You can use it as a background. You can use it as a focal. There's a die that cuts it out, which is fun. This comes from the Silent Night scroll stamp and die set. This set has sentiments that are die cut out, which are beautiful. You've got the pine cone and the Silent Night Holy Night scroll. That is an amazingly beautiful, beautiful sentiment. So with that one, here I have the Bethlehem scene, the Silent Night scroll, and then the Silent Night all cut out on the top, and that is in this die as well, so you get all of those. Another card that I absolutely love with that ornament is this one in just kind of that frosty icicle blue. You've got the poinsettias in there. You've got a frame from the Frame a Card series. So you can put together many different card combinations that you love featuring these. Now, last but not least, we have the beautiful Oh Holy Night paper collection. I'm going to pull that up so you can see that paper. Just some quick and easy ways to, you can see some of the different color schemes with this. So you can have fun creating just quick and easy paper panels on the front and adding those Oh Holy Night scenes right on top and adding these sentiment pieces in the center. These are some cutouts that you'll be able to use with the die cuts as well that are already colored for you for quick and easy Christmas cards this year. This is your chance to get started with your Christmas cards early using the techniques that I just showed you. Have fun creating these Christmas cards. And if you don't have the Oh Holy Night collection yet, I've added the links below for quick and easy ordering. I can't wait to see what you create for your Christmas cards this year. Share your projects with us on Facebook. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on our next videos. We'll see you next time. Bye.